Hi there, it's Benji on Benji 18 Noir. Marriage is a sham for men. This is a full red pill video. If you don't like red pill content, you're not going to like this. The people that watch me and hate the type of content I make, nobody's making you watch me. So yes, this is full red pill. My content has always been red pill for over 3 years now on this channel. I mix up the topics that I talk about. However, it's always red pill. It always has been, as I said, for over 3 years now. Yeah, marriage is a sham for men. There's nothing to be gained from getting married as a man at this point, and yet young guys are still doing it. Guys in their 20s are still doing it. It's insane, and I will keep going on about this and keep hammering it home. What do you gain from being married, from getting married as a man at this point? It only benefits women, as I've said before, and I will say it again. Marriage only benefits women. There is nothing to be gained as a man from getting married, and I don't care what the tradcon channels say, who I otherwise agree with, at least on a lot of things, if not everything, when they say that a man's ultimate goal is to get married. No, it isn't. There's nothing to be gained from getting married as a man, nothing at all. I mean, here are some statistics. Earlier on, I was reading a little bit about this, and I read a little bit of an article from 2014. That's 11 years ago. It was written by a woman. And so it was this about 11 years ago. 1 in 5 women cheat on their partners on hen nights, right? So 1 in 5 women that go on hen nights or bachelorette dues, they're called hen nights here in Britain and possibly in other places in the world. I know in USA they're called bachelorette nights or bachelorette dues. 1 in 5 women cheat on their partners, right? And that's on hen nights. Well, that's not all. I read an interview from a male stripper, an Australian male stripper. Now, Australians have a very similar sensibility to British people, and also Australia is very woke, as is Britain, and feminism is fully infiltrated in Australia as it is in Britain as well. So this male stripper, this Australian male stripper, I think this is from this year, 2025, this interview that I read. He says 1 in 10 of the blushing bride-to-be, 1 in 10 of the blushing brides-to-be cheat on the hen night. I'm just going to keep calling it hen night, bachelorette do. 1 in 10 of the blushing brides-to-be cheat on the hen night, which means 1 in 10 of the blushing brides-to-be, at least, are getting fucked by the male strippers, because male strippers have a well-earned reputation, from what I've heard, for fucking the female clients. All right, this delusion that guys tell themselves that male strippers are gay. Male strippers, some of them, I'm sure, are gay. From what I've heard, the vast majority of male strippers are not gay. Okay, and they are fucking these women at these. The male strippers sleep with the women. Okay, in fact, this male stripper said it himself. I'm going to slightly paraphrase him. He said, you know, women sleep a lot. They sleep with male strippers anyway, let alone on hen nights, and 1 in 10 of the blushing brides-to-be, and that's just his observation. For some reason he said he still wants to get married. Hey, he's still blue pilled, and even though he's seeing it right before his eyes, hey, that's up to him. So I mean, that's literally at the celebration of getting married, the blushing bride-to-be getting ploughed out, getting ran through by a male stripper or male strippers. Great. So why get married? It's already a sham at that point. And I'll say this, all women cheat. Okay, I'll give you an example of a famous married couple where this, not that specifically, cheating happened, right? So in the 1980s, he's still around now. In the 1980s, there was an A-list movie star called Dennis Quaid. He's still around now. He's still in... he still performs on screen. I guess he's in his 70s now. Anyway, in the 1980s, he was an A-list movie star, a big star. And he was married to Meg Ryan, who particularly in the 1990s was an A-list star as well. Now, what Meg Ryan did, even though she's married to Dennis Quaid, rich, famous, A-list movie star, handsome, right, very desirable to countless women, what Meg Ryan did was cheat on Dennis Quaid with Russell Crowe. And that was around about 2000, no, going into the 2000s, right? Now that's called hypergamy because Dennis Quaid's heyday was the 1980s, right? And Russell Crowe was up and coming in the late 90s into the early 2000s. Also, Russell Crowe is a bigger star than Dennis Quaid ever was, or was a bigger star. And he also won an Oscar for Gladiator. If you don't know who Russell Crowe is, was in Gladiator, most famously. He's in many things. So, yeah, a bigger star with an Oscar. It's called hypergamy. So, Meg Ryan was trying to level up. However, Russell Crowe was a typical bad boy type, shagging lots of... I remember at the time Russell Crowe was shagging lots of famous women, the same as the English singer Robbie Williams. Anyway, I remember both of those were shagging lots of famous women at that point, literally around that time. And Russell Crowe shagged Meg Ryan. Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan broke up because of it. However, Meg Ryan did not then get with Russell Crowe, so her attempt at hypergamy backfired on her. Good. And what Dennis Quaid did, he started going out with a Playboy bunny, a Playboy model, and I actually had a Playboy magazine when I was a very young man. I used to buy Playboy for the articles and also the good-looking naked women as well. And there was an article in there, an interview with one of the Playboy bunnies, and she was talking about Dennis Quaid, and she said he would have been almost 50, if not just into his 50s. She was in her 20s, and she said, she loved going out with Dennis Quaid. He was in great shape. He was in better shape than the younger guys that she was used to being with, and he had so much more energy than the younger guys that she was used to being with. So Dennis Quaid was having a great time with a Playboy bunny, and good for him. And you should see the state of Meg Ryan now, an absolutely hideous old hag. So there you go. She didn't get Russell Crowe. Her marriage to Dennis Quaid ended, and he was off having fun shagging a Playboy bunny, of course. He can have anybody he wants. He probably still can now, almost definitely, within reason. So there you go. Even a woman, all right, she was an A-list star herself. It's still, being married to a rich, famous, handsome A-list movie star wasn't enough for her. And they did have at least one offspring together. That actor that's in the TV show The Boys, Quaid, he plays Huey. And I've spoken about him in my videos about the TV show The Boys and the franchise The Boys. Go and check out those videos if you haven't, and check out all my older content while you're at it. So yeah, what's left of my older content. Yeah, so all women cheat. I mean, in my opinion, all women have the capacity to cheat. They will lie. They will cheat. They will throw you away. They will trade you in if they can, and they will have no qualms about it. They will have no guilt about it. Women have not evolved to have guilt about throwing men away. And then factor in feminism, which has poisoned these women that have allowed themselves to be brainwashed into thinking that we men are just pieces of shit, which we're not, obviously. Lots of us aren't. And so they think we're pieces of shit. They think we're worthless. They think we're no good. So even though women have evolved to just throw men away and trade us in, if they can trade us in, if they can exercise their hypergamy effectively, rather than just trying to trade us in and not working, if they're able to trade us in, they'll trade us in. They'll metaphorically drop us and move on without giving a second thought. No qualms, no guilt. That's how women operate. That's how they've evolved. So why get married to one of them? There is absolutely nothing to be gained. If I was ever going to get married to a woman, there are two circumstances under which it would happen. One, if she was rich, right? Which, if she was a rich woman, which means she couldn't possibly get anything of mine. Or two, even though the USA has similar problems to Britain, there are parts of the USA that still seem pretty good, and those in charge of the USA are attempting to sort out the USA. Okay, they are attempting to sort out the USA, the issues it has, and as I say, there are parts of it that still look good or quite good. So if the only way for me to be able to live in the USA permanently was to be married to an American woman, I'd consider that as a marriage of convenience. It was the only way I could stay there, coming to an arrangement with a woman that's mutually beneficial. it wouldn't be a romantic situation. It would be, if this is the only way that I can stay in USA, all right. However, I mean, I would consider that, because it's not easy to just move there and stay there, obviously, at least not from Britain, because it's not easy for us to just move anywhere and stay there, even though absolutely anybody at all can come here and stay here. Totally different topic, however, it's true. So those are the two circumstances. If the woman was rich, or if the woman, if being married to the woman allowed me to have permanent residence in another better country, like USA. So those would be the two situations. And when I say better, I mean better now. That's not me being against my own country. It's me being not wanting to stay in it as it is now. Okay, there's a massive difference there. Anyway, there is absolutely nothing to be gained for men getting married outside of those two specific circumstances I just mentioned, at least for me personally. In general, though, no. Absolutely not. I mean, do you want to get nagged all the time? Do you want to get browbeaten all the time? Do you want to get put down all the time? Do you want to put up with her friends, her frenemies, her family? You know, and look at the state of them now as well. They're not attractive. The vast majority of Western women are not attractive, and I've talked about this in over the years now, countless other videos. You know, they're overweight. They have poor personal hygiene. They don't take care of themselves. They dress like shit. They wear hideous clothes. They wear Crocs or slippers. Or I notice Ugg boots and Ugg boot knockoffs are back in fashion. You know, they have facial piercings. They have tattoos. They dye their hair ridiculous colours. They cut their hair off. They don't wear perfume anymore. You know, they just don't make an effort with themselves at all. They're loud. They're rude. They're extremely promiscuous. Every other word out of their mouths, some of them, is a swear word. Why? Why marry one of those? Anyway, those are my thoughts, and my thoughts are correct. So if you like the video, hit the like button and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, and when you do, ring the notification bell. As I've said, go and check out what's left of my older content. This is Benji of Benji 18 Noir. See you later.